Hello everyone. This video is going to be a quick tutorial of how to upload artwork to Redbubble so you can start making some passive income off of your artwork. Fun stuff all around. So I've already created my Redbubble account. If you have any issues with that, you can go on their website, redbubble.com. But for right now, I'm just going to go to my account. And you see where it says add new work. I'm going to give that a click. I'm just going to upload some new work. So let's say I have this cat image here that I've been working on, and it will upload for us, which is pretty fun. Do, 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 do. All right. See, that's cute, right? A little kitty cat. Aw. So what am I going to title this one? Little kitty cat of love. Why not? So just like when you make a YouTube video, you want to make appropriate tags on here so when people are searching for keywords, it'll pop up. So I'll say cat, cute, eyes, heart, love, white, white, whiskers, anything else that would be like appropriate to this particular image. So description. How am I going to get my audience excited about a little kitty cat? Well, um, hmm, when the world has you down, little kitty cat, have your back. There, something like that. Easy enough. We can always figure out what I want to do. So for this background color right here, this hex, just so you can see, this is going to be kind of like what the images would look like with that background color, but for whatever reason, come on now, it ain't working. But I will. I digress. So what I want to do here, just to make it simple on everyone, so like where it has this standard print clothing right here, you can adjust the size of this particular image. So to do so, you just hit the slider. How big do you want it? But notice how like this border cuts off to the right. So you may have to manually redo some things. So I like the image as big as possible. I don't want it to look pixelated or anything, but I feel that it's important that oh, that's a good one right there. A gray shirt makes the cat's white fur pop out more. If you have black, everything just kind of melds into the background more. You could try it. You could try black if you wanted to. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna go with the gray for right now. Maybe I can swap it out for a different color down the road, but I think this light gray is gonna look good for now. Cool. So easy enough, right? So I just tap apply changes. Oh, let's look at the back. Ooh, do I want it on the front and the back? That's something fun. Why not? I think most people would want it on the front. What is it? Front or back? It's not front and back. So that's fine too. So for example, this little hat, right? I can scale down the image and I can see up here in this bucket hat that the image itself is getting cut off kind of quick. So I may want to readjust a little bit. Do, 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 do. Let's say I want a pink bucket hat to kind of match the heart a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe got to scale down the image to like 34%. That sounds about right. And then over here, we can center it vertically, horizontally. I think, trying to get it centered as best as possible is a good thing. So I just click once, click twice. Awesome, right? So now what I want to do is go over to this but one over here. Instead of saying a bucket hat, maybe I want to get a white hat. Maybe I want to put this on a blue hat. Maybe I want a black or a gray. I don't know. Maybe I want on the black one. Why not? Do people buy hats? No clue. Haven't done my research. Bad marketing on my part. So, but for this dad hat, I think I want to put it in uh, like maybe like this kind of off white. That's like white. That's black. Let's go with this off white color. It kind of matches the white off white of the fur of the cat. So I'll just say apply changes there. Cool. Now, do you see how these other ones are grayed out? we are going to enable them. So in order to enable them for use, simply just click this button that says disabled and boop, now it's on there. And if you like the way that the shirt is already formatted, you don't really have to do anything at all, which is nice. You can always click these little gears here, and you can indicate how much of a markup. So this is the price here that people will pay, $31.67, and that means a markup of 20%. So basically what that means is as a creator on Redbubble, I am not going to make any money unless I sell something. And since Redbubble is doing all the heavy lifting for me, they're doing the hosting, they're doing the printing, the shipping, etc., they take a larger cut. Otherwise, I'd have to do all that. And honestly, I'm paying for the convenience. So, boom, right here. You can change your price if you wanted to, not a problem. But for me here, I think I'm going to set this background to maybe a different color. Maybe not necessarily a full. Yeah, that's kind of a cool one. Kinda like a light, like a mauve kinda color. Apply changes. There you go, kinda makes it pop a little bit. You got this light black area, but then it's like, well, I want this dark black to match the sleeves of the shirt a little more. So maybe we wanna dial it back, or we can maybe put a pattern on it, like, "Hey, check out all my little kitties everywhere." Aw, that's cute, right? Bring this down just a little bit. Sorry, just a tune boot. Yeah, there you go. So now we have a shirt that has multiple pictures on it. That's kind of fun to see. So likewise, if I want to do something like this on my chiffon top, we want to see how the image itself is being cut off. So I want to scale it down just a bit and then rearrange it. And once again, you can look up here to see kind of what the representation would be. Now, I would recommend not getting it so close to the borderline here. Like you see how this little black outline is almost touching this collar here. So what I would do is I would scale down the image just a little bit more and bring it down. So now we can see there's a clear defined space between this top little random whisker and the black collar area. Likewise, down here we have this crease. That's where the hem is. You don't want the printing to go over the hem too much or else it'll get really worn out in that area. Cool. So once again, if I like this big shirt like that, I think it's worthwhile. Let's see what kind of a background do I want? Do I want to keep it white like default? Or want to make it like mega white? Maybe I want to make it more like yellow once again to match the kitty's kind of like off-white fur. And honestly, I'm just kind of going in blind right now. If I really wanted to, I could get like a hex color picker because that's what this is. This is hexadecimal down here. And I can get one that kind of matches exactly, but I don't want it to match exactly to the cat's fur. Maybe this one I want to match more of the what do you call it? The heart down here. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball. This kind of looks like more of an orange reddish hue, I think. And I'll just kind of play with it until there we go, right? Apply changes, cool. And then I just enable it. So that's kind of fun, right? That's the idea. Just have fun with it. And if I want a t-shirt dress, I'll just enable, let's say that's what I want. Or, oh yeah, look, the graphics totally maxed out. I mean, so there you go. You can do something like that. Cats on cats on cats. So the idea with all of these things is just to make it as easy as possible for your clients to really get into. I really like the magnets. I really like the stickers. And notice how I have a bunch of like frivolous little white specks everywhere. That was just part of the aesthetic. Um, I'm not sure if these little teeny tiny white specks will end up printing as part of the sticker itself, but it's kind of cool to find out, to be honest. Normally, I would have just cleaned it up inside of my photo editing software or whatever, but I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it. And another thing too, I've noticed the more products you have for sale, the more money you'll make. I know it's crazy. It's nuts, but why would you want to have people not pay you money for a thing. Give them everything they want, man. Boom, right there. Can I see the back of the A-line? Do they have another alternate angle? I guess not. Curses. So when it comes to the phone cases, this is actually really important. You might like the aesthetic of when things are cut off like that. I have found that you want the most um prominent part of your picture to show up. So the most prominent part on this particular one are the eyes and the nose, and then likewise the heart right here. I don't want those cut off at all. So you could theoretically make it like that, or you can just shrink it down. Oh, so cute. Look at that kitty. So freaking cute. So you can do that. And likewise, you can choose the pattern if you want. You can make it like an offset grid, like we did with this original t-shirt up here, or you can do it with a regular grid where everything's in line. I don't know if I want that, but let's try it out. Kind of cute. There you go. I think that should be fine if you want all those little kitties. But you see, everything looks a little bit more pixelated and everything else because I have like all these other like fine details that are getting smushed down. So it looks kind of janky like that. So I think having a single cat photo would be more beneficial. So let's go choose pattern and I'll say no pattern. And I'll scroll it down just a little bit. Scale it down, excuse me. And right, bam, boom, boom, bam. And another thing about like phone cases, white looks really cool and clean. However, it gets dirty real fast. So what I like to do, just to help hide the dirt of what my clients would be doing, um, I will set the background color to kind of like maybe a gray or maybe like a light pink or something like that, just so if it does get dirty, it's not as readily noticeable. Um, or I can go with like a purple like that, something easy, because that way nobody can really see what's going on. But if you really like to live dangerously, or if you're like a super clean person, go with white. There's nothing wrong with that. Apply changes. Very cool. So I'm seeing desk mats here. And once again, give the people what they want. Give them exactly. And likewise, with the desk mats, the mouse pads, the pillows and totes, whatever, I really recommend not going with white because they'll get dirty easier. So let's get for a desk one, let's get in a regular grid. Maybe let's scale it down so we can get like three. I don't know, maybe something like that. But does that look janky? Like I would rather have just three and not the others. Like I wouldn't want the stuff on the top and bottom. So that's one of the downfalls about Redbubble. You just got to learn how to mess around with it. But if it is going to be offset and look kind of weird like that, then maybe this is something that I would personally want because like you have your cute little faces, you have your cute little ears, and once again you have your eyes and you have your heart. So aesthetically, maybe that's what you want to do as somebody who is selling the merchandise is just know how to style your artwork to begin with, and then figure out how to style it individually on these products. So I'm going to set this background to a light, maybe like a little bit darker gray. Yeah, that should be fine. I kind of like that. Apply changes. And then this mouse pad. Now this kind of looks cool cut off like that, but one thing is bugging me. There's more blank space here on the right. So simply just move it over. There you go. That looks cool to me. And maybe I want my mouse pad to match my desk mat. So what background color? So I'll just copy this HTML, hexadecimal, whatever, and I'll just come on, little buddy. Boop, right there. Blammo. So maybe I don't want everything cut off because I spent some time making the artwork itself. So I like that size. I'm just gonna scroll it down a little bit. But you see it's cut off down at the bottom, it's cut off towards the top. So maybe scale it down just a little bit more, just a little bit. So it's 54% of the original size. The colors match the desk mat, mouse pad. I think we're in business right there. Apply changes. Nice. Um, yeah, so let me double check this one here. So looking at this, it looks like there's more open space once again on the left. So basically I'm just going like pixel by tiny little pixel, but I'm doing this by the naked eye. So there's nothing you can really do besides kind of eyeball that. So I'll just apply changes. Cool. And a throw pillow. Maybe some people do want a white throw pillow because white pretty much matches everything. And there we go. Bam. Apply changes. There we are. So for these prints, cards, and posters, kind of interesting. But let me go back to this. It says 2 of 2 enabled. Where is the pillow and tote? What does the tote look like? That's strange, right? Because this one has 4 enabled. Where are the other? So stickers, refrigerator magnets, I'm guessing, or whatever. I just wish they would show you what they all look like. Anyways, getting back to the card, because there's 7 of them. Like, what are the 7 things? I would like to see them. Aha. So there you go. That's what it is. You got posters, photographic print, metal print. I'm just going to give my clients everything they want. Don't care. So in order to do that, I want to make sure that my oh, you can't really scale it. Oh, we can, but we can't scale it down, which is kind of jank. So if I am going to do that, I definitely do not want the cat's ears to be cut off. I'd rather have a little bit of that heart at the bottom because that's more abstract. Now, once again, I'm eyeballing it. I'm seeing more space over on this left side versus the right. And you know what? I'll buy that. I'll buy that one. So background color, what color should we have it? Like maybe something popping like that? Do we want it to match the hearts? Do you want it a little bit lighter? I think a light pink is going to be okay. So now if you get a poster, boom, there it is. I just wish you could scale down that image just a little bit more, but it doesn't let me. So once again, pouches, laptop skins, and sleeves, I would recommend getting the same thing. If you feel that you can keep it clean, cool, do it. But if you also feel that maybe you can't, then change the background. I think I want an offset grid for this one, but I'll make them a little smaller. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, is that what you want on a laptop skin? I don't know. Cool. I do want to do my best once again not to cut off the hearts. So I'm looking at that one. Laptop skins, laptop sleeves, laptop zipper pouch. Sure, why not? It doesn't tell me what size they are, but I'm guessing based on that, it'll be about maybe 13 inches. Honestly, I don't know the conversion, but whatever. So let's set that background once again to something that's kind of fun. Let's get like yellow, like a pale yellow, or maybe a green. I think a mint green would be better that way because it kind of makes it pop out. So if it's a laptop skin, you can see, or even better, if it's a laptop pouch, then you want to be able to find your device as soon as possible. Okay, right here, as you can see, I'm just barely making it move. Well, we're gonna have a little bit of this little jank on the left side that might be annoying to some people. Um, I know I might be annoyed by it, but I don't know what to do with my life anymore. So there's the pouch. Cool. Duvet, comforters, and shower curtains. I guess they're all the same size, question mark. But a duvet, shower curtain, all that stuff, I definitely think that would be an offset grid more than anything else. So let's scale her down, shall we? Yeah, that's cute. Done. So then set the background. If I was gonna be in bed with a cat, I guess it depends on who you want to attract to sleep with you. If it's an animal, doesn't really care, but if it's a human being, they might take offense to pink hearts everywhere. So let's make it a light, like gray pink, something that would be like innocuous to folks who are chrome averse, chroma averse. I don't know, but it's like a light pink enough so it doesn't look too, feminine energy, I guess. Whatever. Some people are conscious of that. So this is important. So anytime they see something that says new when it comes to a dog mat, cat mat, pet blanket, if it's something that's pet themed, like this cat is right here, we want to use that as much as possible. So once again, cat mats, let's definitely do that one. So let's go to edit, and we want to make sure your four-legged liability right here comes up well. And once again, I don't want it to get too close down to the border here or the hem up there. That's not what we're going for. So let's make sure that we can get it right in there. See, perfect. Just like that. We want it dead square in the center. Or once again, if we like patterns, maybe we want like two fur, three fur, four fur. So this is at 54%. So let me just remember that number, 54%. I think something like that would be okay. Yeah, I think something like that might be all right. And then once again, pets get dirty and cats are generally clean, but you don't want this to be soiled with cat food juice or whatever gross. So let's go set background. Um maybe kind of like the same thing, a little pink, or maybe you want it to be more brown colored. Ooh, that might be interesting. Yeah, that's cool. Or maybe here, I'll go to kind of like this orange color to match it. Let's see. I think that's like a tad more red. I'm not gonna freak out too much, but most cat food is like a brownish color, and the juice that flows off of them is like this tan type of stuff. So let me go back here, get pasty, pasty, donezo. Awesome. Apply changes. So that's what I'm talking about. You want to make sure that your cat mat is available and like a pet blanket, sure. A dog mat, I don't care if it's a dog or a cat. So we go to edit. Once again, we'll choose the same type of. Do you want offset for dog? Why not? Maybe this is a big cat, like a Norwegian forest cat or whatever, and they need a bigger mat. Oh, so cute. But this looks weird. It's like a decapitated kitty. I don't know. That makes me sad. So I think what I would rather have is a regular grid. But once again, more decapitated kitties. That makes me sad. There we are. Dare I say, perfect. Yes. Bump it up just a tune boot. Looking good. So set that background color. Same one. Same one. Blammy. Apply changes. Nice. Huh. And over here, once again, what are we gonna do with this pet blanket? Well, let's see. Do we want everything in the center? No, I think because it's a big empty space like that, you definitely want to go offset with it. Shows a little bit of playfulness, variables, variability, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And then let's get a background color. Do we want to keep it white? Probably not. I think I want to go with that kind of gray motif we had earlier. Apply changes. Cool. Done. Pet bandana. Now, what kind of a cat would not be complete without a cat on the cat's back? for a cat bandana. So this is the next thing. Aesthetically, this heart kind of comes down to a point. I want that to happen with my subject. So the subject you can see is kind of coming through, but keep in mind we have these hemlines here on the bottom. I necessarily don't want the cat to be too close to it. And also with bandanas, sometimes they roll at the top here. So you might want to roll them down more depending on if your animal is smaller or larger or whatever. So that looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. Let me scale it. Let me go to 46%, and maybe I can get just a little more because I want to maximize the graphic to the surface area. I think that looks good. Yeah. But now, if we're going to set a background color for a bandana, usually it's a little bit more eye catching or whatever. If it's a white cat or if it's a black cat, I don't know what color would people like to see. Maybe a yellow, like a gold, or maybe you want to get it, yeah, more traditionally like the heart color. I don't know. It's kind of the cool thing. And if you know what kind of animal or color background you want, you can reach out to the Redbubble artists themselves, like, hey, is there any way that you could get this in whatever color? And then if the artist is cool, they'll acquiesce to your request. Yeah. Availability. You know, you can always click here versus click this enabled, like over here. Boom. I think I forgot to do that up here. Whoops. Yeah, but that's basically it, you know? And you can keep going down the line with everything here. Like, for example, I don't really care about the scarf of that one, but you can do it. One thing I do really think is important is being able to have a good timepiece. So let's scroll it down just a tune, just a boot. Now, aesthetically, do we want to cover up the cute little nose? Oh, I think so. That makes it kind of like a fun little whisker, right? But don't whiskers come from underneath the nose a little bit? So maybe we want to see more of the nose. Oh, just a little peek, peek. Oh, but now it looks like it's begging for food or something. I don't know, but that's adorable. The hand color we want, would black be harder to see? I don't know. Maybe the frame color. I definitely want it to be like that natural bamboo. I think that looks good. And notice how it doesn't let me change the background color of the image itself like it was on the other ones. So that's another big reason why you want to maybe pick the hand between black, right, aqua. Aqua would probably be easier to see, but I think a red would be better because of the heart color. Yeah, buddy. Okay, that's good. Honestly, I don't know anyone who buys drawstrings, drawstring bags, but that doesn't mean I'm going to tell them no. I'm going to make it because if that was like one of the default ones that was, available to sell by Redbubble, I'm just going to keep it. Now, once again, I have a little bit of space here and here, but I need more because I don't want my artwork getting cut off during printing. So I want to be able to visualize. Yeah, that's about right. And I'll just scooch you down. And what sucks is you have to use the mouse. Like otherwise you just like I'm using the arrow keys and it's just helping me like scroll up and down on this web page. So you have to get good with mouse touching. 75, I guess 74 is the winner. It's the winner. Down just a titch more. Sweet. I think that's the winner right there. And drawstring bags, they might get dirty, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it for now. Y'all get the idea of what to do, hopefully. And if not, drop a comment. We'll get back to you at some point, somehow, some way, somewhere. Well, yeah, so this is going. And likewise with tablet cases and skins, you want to make sure because you don't necessarily know where all of the camera and like ports and rocker buttons and everything. You don't know exactly where that's going to be, but I recommend just kind of keeping it, giving yourself more room to breathe, I should say. Or you can just give yourself a wacky pattern and have it everywhere. That's cool too. No problem. So I'm going to set the background to this one. There we go. And that's what I want you to see. You can see all the different ports, how it's just readily open like that. Whatever. It's fine by me. Apply changes. Or maybe you want like a darker red. Nah, I think I like the more muted color. But I want one that will match this heart more. But okay, it's fine. That's good. Apply changes. And likewise, the spiral notebook. See how it's all cut off here in the spiral itself. So you just kind of want to go like this. And I kind of move it to the right. So that way it's not caught up in the spiral. And then for these hardcover journals, I like to make these just an offset. Oop, wait, no pattern. Go away. I'm clicking here now. Thank you. Choose pattern, offset. But now they also have the ability to do front and back, which I think is genius. So that way you can have the exact same issue. But the thing is, you have to like get them like perfectly balanced. And I think that's fine too. Because I'm looking at this blind up here, not the one down here. You have to think to yourself, well, what's more important, the front of the journal or the rear of the journal? I don't know, but I think maybe something like that's a little bit equal on either side because you can't bring the images closer together. So I'm just going to kind of leave it like that. And let's set the background to like a nice mint, cool mint type color. So you have that nice color pop. Um, cool, but you kind of get the idea, right? So I think what I'll do here, I'm going to keep this bath mat white. No, I lie. I'm going to give it like a little bit of gray pink. Awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of what I always do. I just maximize the most available room that I have. So this is a wood and canvas mounted print. I don't think I would want to change the background color. I like it kind of like that. But if it's gonna be like a matte canvas one, maybe I want to get like more of a canvas color like that. That looks all right. Apply changes. Boom, done. So once again, you just want to allow your clients to buy whatever they want from your store. That's the real takeaway here. And as you can see right here, I'm just kind of just doodling at this point. Bring it down a little bit lower, a little bit higher. That's cool. Yep, I would just have it like that. Now, another thing, if you notice too, it doesn't have the brand name anywhere. So that's something you would have to incorporate with your graphic before you submit it to Redbubble. So, like, what I would have done normally is like I would have had my little cat logo right here with my brand name under the bottom of it, just so people understand like what it is. But otherwise, yeah, there's nothing really to be hidden about. Let's see, for this little one, let's go offset for what do you call them? Masks, so people don't breathe on you. But once again, this is going to be a smaller print, and then like these finer details around it, they look like it's like a mistake of some sort. So I don't think I want to choose that. So I'll just kind of move it, go back, kind of because I know that the cat itself is kind of slightly off center. So yeah, that's good. That's good for the cat. Perfection. And you know what I will do? I will change that background color because people sweat and they cough and like yucky. I'll make it look like a pale yellow. So like skin oil from your face doesn't get too bad because it does stain after all, even if you're washing it. So aprons, that's awesome. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Actually, I might want to bring the cat down a little bit. It looks a little too close to the cutoff points there. So that's good. And likewise, these sleeveless tops, why don't they just call them tank tops? Who are we offending by calling them tank tops? I don't know. But once again, I'm getting them far enough away from the little hemlines here from the border. And then I'm also getting it kind of close enough so it's big. But I can kind of see down here, it looks like it's past the hem. So I'm going to shrink it down to like 80. 83, that looks a little bit better. Yeah. So it's just at the hem right here. I can bring it up maybe if I needed to, just a tune boot. Yeah. And one thing you gotta worry about though, because like these aren't form fitting, I don't think. They might look awkward against someone's chest if they work out or they have more mass or something like that. But otherwise, just wear it. It'd be a cool little pajama shirt or something. But I could definitely see myself going to the gym getting ripped in my cute kitty cat tank top. Okay, so over here, phone wallet. Choose the pattern once again, offset grid. Now, if you notice here, you don't want this to necessarily be like in the middle like that for a phone wallet. I don't recommend that. And the reason why is because it just looks strange. So what I would do, come back to me. I would try and just go with two of them if possible, or maybe like a foursome. See, that's kind of cool because like it cuts off a little bit the top, it cuts off a little bit the bottom, but you get the idea of what the artwork is supposed to be. I would nudge it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more. So there we go. Perfect. Wonderful. So apply changes there. Oh, but wait a second. I should change the background to like that light gray. Apply changes or light pink, gray, whatever. And mini skirts. Honestly, what cat doesn't belong on a mini skirt? Come on, people. Let's do that. Let's scale her down because we want to make sure it's looking fresh. It's looking fly. Now, what color mini skirt do we want to put on here? I'm thinking something bombastic like purple. That's pretty cool. And then we can always change that mini skirt color to whatever. With these fitted masks, this one's a little bit more difficult because then it cuts. So this whole area that's like a wedge cuts from the top, cuts from the bottom. That one is a little bit harder to get by. But if I am going to do it, I want to make sure that the eyes are totally set. But then it looks like the person who's wearing the mask has like big old nostrils and whatnot. And without the other visual cues, this looks like a baby possum, like staring dead into the camera. So I don't know if I'd want this one, but I'm gonna make it available if that's what people want. Gonna go to that little yellow color a little bit. Cool. Done. Alrighty. Yeah, that's it for now. I think I'll be doing more later, but yeah, awesome. Apply changes. I have the rights to sell this product. Anybody who wants it. There is no nudity, lingerie, no adult language, no violence, no drugs, etc. Is it mature content? No. I'm going to save the work. Now we're just letting it process. It takes less than a minute. Cool. But it takes about 15 minutes for this particular item to show up in your store. And hey, look, if you have Rakuten, you can save money. Thank you, Rakuten. And this is kind of like a rough draft, or excuse me, a rough representation of what it all looks like. So, like I said, I didn't want the hem at the top to get too close to it. And you see right here, it kind of looks like a baby possum, like I said. The black hat is black. All these other t-shirts, they're looking pretty slick. And I like this one, how it's in line, looking good, looking great. See, like here, I don't know if he's working out, but that's low enough so it feels good, looks good. This one's low enough. It's like an A-line racerback, I think. Yeah. Graphic tee dress. So this one's low enough just to be different. Look at that. Who doesn't like a good kitty on a skirt? So cute, right? Laptops, so they all match. That's good to see. Stickers, transparent stickers. See, this is what I was kind of afraid of with the phone stuff. So maybe what I'd want to do back is just click that and drag it down lower than where I had it. So I think that's what I will do. And look, oh my gosh. Yeah, if anybody had this in their house, like seriously, just run. Don't stay there. Even if you are a lover of cats, don't do it. Don't do See, this looks good. This looks good as a mask. I like that one too. Yeah, that's hilarious. But so yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna change this phone one. So let's go back to edit, 'cause I said weakers, I didn't say whiskers. So let's change the word whiskers. Okay. WHIS. See, it's not easy to fix. So let's go to this phone case. So all I'm gonna do is just simply bring it down just a little bit lower. Yeah, that looks better. Apply changes. Awesome. So now if you just go to your shop right here. Oop, cancel. Did I not save it? I guess I didn't have to go all the way to the bottom. Click it again, save the work. All right. I really want to go to my shop, but I won't. Okay. So here we can find our kitty cat stuff when it starts to get real. But here we go, kitty cat of love. Yeah, it can take 15 minutes to add to your portfolio, but when I scroll down here, I think it'll be all right since I made it lower. All right, y'all. That's it for this particular Redbubble tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments and we'll get back to you. Happy creating. Bye.